Today is March 15th, back out here looking for sheds this morning, and we hit a little one here. Back in this area again, looking for the other side of that big 5-point shed that I found a couple weeks ago. Can't turn them up. I'm probably about a half mile away from where I found it. Just looking in more acorn diggings here and stumbled onto this one. So we're gonna keep walking around in here after I pick this one up and see what else we can find. There's like a logging road that wraps around here and comes up through. And there's a big oak tree here. There's actually a buck scrape right there. And here lays the shed. And just a little 4-point side. It's been on the ground for a little bit. You can see where the squirrels were starting to nick on the G2 there a bit, but yeah, pretty cool. We'll take him. Well, today is March 16th, back out here today looking for sheds, and I'm on the e-bike. I was just riding up this old pipeline and thought I seen something that looked like a shed. I drove by it, made it about 50 yards. I'm like, I better turn around and check it. Come back down here, and sure enough, it is a shed. Nice 3-point side, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Like the easy ones. Wish they could all be like that right off the e-bike, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick this thing up before I blow away and maybe go in the woods here and look for his other side. And there's the e-bike, and there's the shed. Pretty decent 3-point side. If he wouldn't have busted his brown, it would have been a pretty decent one, but he'll be a hell of a buck next year. He got some weird indent in there on his G2, but heck yeah, we'll take that. Well, the rain ruined that shed hunt. Was able to pick up this nice 3-point, but about 10 minutes after, it just started pouring rain, hail, and it got real windy. And I had about a 2-mile bike ride back out, so I bailed. Didn't want it getting nasty, and of course, as soon as I make it to the truck, it lets up. Still thundering around, but I'm soaking wet. So that's gonna do it for March 16th. Got one. Hopefully we'll be back at them again after work tomorrow, so we'll see. It's kind of winding down here for us in PA. I don't know how many more we're gonna get to find, so enjoy it while it lasts, I guess. Well, back out here after work, looking for more sheds, looking for number 50, and we come up on a dead buck here. I don't know, he's probably been dead probably since rifle season. He's pretty close to a road, so most likely he got hit by a car. His horns are all busted up, so he most likely got hit by a car. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and show you guys, and I'm gonna keep on walking. He's laying right here, and thought he might have shed this side, but just all busted off. Must have got hit by a car right there on the right in the noggin. Loosened that side up, but that's a shame. He'd have been a nice buck this year, but it's not what we're looking for. So we're gonna go see if we can't find any sheds. Well, come out for a quick walk this evening after work. It's March 18th, and I stumbled on the little busted off shed here. Well, it's not even a shed, but busted off fighting. But still gonna count it. In my eyes, it's a shed, so we're gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and pick this thing up. Keep walking around in here. I know there's some fresher sheds in here, but it's just so thick in here that you can't even really walk anything but deer trails. Can't get off the deer trails in here, so that's what we're doing. And I imagine a coyote was probably dragging this one around and just dropped it right here. Just one of their chew toys in here. It's just real thick in here. All Multiflora rose, and I don't know what other kind of jaggers in here, but there's a deer trail that runs right out along here, and there lays this. I mean, it's super old and chalky, weather cracks and whatnot in it, but Oh well, we'll count it. Alrighty, so it's March 19th. Come out here after work to pull some trail cameras on this piece of public. And I just pulled this camera I had on this scrape and made it probably 20 yards, and I look up and I see an old shed laying there. Don't know how many times I walked by this one. I hit this one spot last year and the year before. And this looks probably like a last year's shed, I don't know. But I'm gonna go over here and pick it up and keep walking around. I still got another camera in here to get. There was no feed sign in here either this year, no acorns, none of that. But I don't know, just an old one from last year. Pretty cool. There's a faint deer trail that runs right in between this maple and them little saplings there. And I had the camera over there on that maple. There's a scrape right in there. And come walking this way and you can see this old shed laying right here. Pretty crazy how hard these things are to see sometimes. I'd say it's probably 2 years old. I don't think it's last year's. It's got a good bit of dirt on it, but pretty cool. Well, today is March 25th. Come out here walking today. Didn't have work yesterday or today, and I've been hitting it pretty hard. Haven't found anything the past 2 days until now. I'm about 9 miles in today, and I've hit probably 3 different areas, and finally come back down into this spot where me and my dad were walking earlier in March. Didn't find anything. There's a bunch of good feed sign in here. And we were on the other hillside over here, and I come over here on the other one and found a nice 4-point side here. It looks like it's getting bleached out. The sun is pounding this hillside, so I hope there's a couple more in here. I was hanging around this dude, but it's a pretty nice antler, so I'm pretty stoked with it. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and pick it up. So I come down off this hillside right here. You can see there's a couple big mature red oaks in here. Another one. Now you can just tell these deer got it dug up. I don't know. It's just one of those things you can tell. But right there lays this shed. Just a nice little 4-point side, fresh. Heck yeah. That is number 53 for the 2025 shed season. Pretty cool. All right, so you can't make this shit up. I just found this shed probably 10 yards down the hill here. And when I was picking this one up, I was looking up here at this thing I seen laying up here. It was white. I thought it was just a busted stick or something. And I started walking around looking for the other side, and I still was thinking about this one. I'm like, I better come up here and check it out, see what it is. Sure enough, it's an ancient old 5-point side the way it looks. I mean, it got busted up, chewed on. It's pretty well destroyed, but that is shed number 54. Probably end up carrying this one out just for the end of the year picture or whatever. It's yeah, it's pretty chewed though. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and pick it up. So there's the shed I found, the fresh one. And here's this old one. Just an old beast. Super old. He had a bladed G2 the way it looks. That just broke off. And I don't know what. I mean, it looks like shit's been trying to get into the middle of the bone there, chewing. But it's still a solid, pretty solid. I mean, we'll carry it out. Wish it was fresh though. Thought you're walking around with these. And I was just following this laurel edge up along this big timber. And I looked over in the greenbriers here, and there's a nice little dead one laying there. So we're gonna keep moving through here. Well, today is April 1st. Come back out here after work to look for sheds and come up on a dead buck here. It's actually a buck that I had on camera pretty frequently here in late season. I also had him in the rut too a little bit. He was probably the oldest deer I had, and he wasn't even a legal PA buck. So he was only like a 3-point, maybe a 4-point if you would count as one brow tine. But he was just a goofy old deer. I mean, the mass on this thing is pretty crazy. I was thinking he's probably at least 5'6". He's got a big body on him. But he shed one side, and he must have struggled a little bit and come over here and bedded down on this island and just died. That's my guess. I don't know. I had him on camera about a month ago, so he was still alive then. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and show you. You can see where he shed the one side. I don't know, he has some hair missing around that there, but he's got some pretty decent mass. He had a brow tine there, but he busted that one off. But yeah, he's just a goofy freaking deer. And I'm guessing old age kicked his ass, because that's all this ate, is just his ass end a little bit. You can see where he's been getting drugged. But yeah, that's a shame. I want to find a couple more sheds, but all we can find are dead ones, it seems now.